Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to my channel. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you all. Only thing I can say, y'all, when I got in to think about recording my soap operas, which is The Young and the Restless, as well as The Bold and the Beautiful, I couldn't do it. I was just so tired. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So that's why I'm doing it today, because I am off. I hadn't had a Saturday off in a very long time. So I'm definitely enjoying it. We'll probably be taping a lot because, it's a free day for me. And I'm just enjoying what I do on my downtime and try to make that extra income, okay? So what we're going to do is go right on into The Young and the Restless that aired on yesterday, March 10th, which was Friday, Eastern Standard Time, my time zone, 3 o'clock. Let's get right on into it. We have the setting of the episode taking off with Lauren. Lauren has made a beautiful breakfast for Scotty, and she won't let Michael eat any of it, even though he's trying very hard, because she feels like, hey, he's been taken, held hostage for I don't know how long, and he's back at home, back in the States, where she can look in on him and, treat him like a little baby, like he's about 3 or 4 years old. But, she's just reminiscing and she's glad to have her son back safe and sound. So that's what she's doing. She's waiting for him to come out, to show his face or something. I'm like, girl, why you just didn't go down there and see was he even in the house prior to making him this big old gorgeous breakfast? Because she really got her feelings hurt when she found out that he wasn't there. Okay, anyway, move on from that situation. We go to Chloe. Chloe and Kevin are talking with one another at some restaurant. They're having breakfast at or whatever. And Chloe's getting on Kevin for not telling her about going to be in the Middle East for an assignment. He just left her a message saying he's going to be gone for a couple of days, this, that, and third. Very brief. She don't like that shit. Okay, then we move on from to Faith and Sharon. They are over at the coffee shop, which is known as Crimson Lights, and they're spending some quality time together. I guess she's teaching her business etiquette, and just being solidified as a woman and enjoying her singleness at this time. Then we go to Nicholas and Chelsea. They're spending time together at Underground. Nicholas, I guess he's getting his morning routine and getting things set up for the bar to open later on that day or that night or whatever. And they're just making small talk. And of course, Chelsea is just smitten over Nicholas, and she's just always in his arms and just being thankful for having him, and he's thankful for having her. That kind of mess. So we move on from that situation. Go to Scotty. Scotty goes to see Victor to tell him off pretty much, but pretty much just to say, I can't pay you back. My mom can't pay you back unless she totally sells Finmore's, and then it still probably won't be worth $10 million. So why did you really do it? Why did you come get me? I said, oh, sidebar here. Victor has been wanting to do something extra with his life other than having gazillion of dollars and making people beg and grovel for his help, or just putting people at a lower level of how he sees them and views them, even his family members at times, okay? So, he had talked about with Nikki in the past or past episodes that he's thinking about writing his another autobiography about himself, but that he's being the controlling factor of writing and putting the book together. Because that Leona Love had wrote something on him and it was a travesty. He pretty much bought every last copy she made and put her out of business because it was her spin, her take on the outside looking in on Victor Newman's life when he felt she didn't know the hell what she was talking about. So anyway, sidebar on that too. But basically, I think he's going to get Scotty to write his memoirs or his autobiography of his life being Victor Newman. And that's pretty much why he saved him and got him over here. Under the fact that Lauren and Michael owes Victor the rest of their lives. Pretty much. So it just is what it is. But that's my sidebar, what I feel the writers are going to write in for why he went and got Scotty. He just really said, okay, what can I really get out of this? Because I know these people cannot pay me back, not in their lifetime, what I have or I contribute to getting their son out of a very, very real bad circumstance. $10 million. Yeah, okay. I got that. That's something I just keep as play money in my office. And pretty much that's what it was. Because that's where he went and got the money, y'all, from his safe in his office. So, anyway. Scott is just really asking for some questions of why. But that's my sidebar. They hadn't bought it out yet. If that's what Victor really bought him back to do. But anyway, we go to commercial. We come back. We have Chloe is telling Kevin to give her the 411-911, and he tells her about what he did for Victor and Scotty. And of course, Chloe is liking this new espionage type 007 type work Kevin is doing. And, it's turning her on. I'm like, I don't see what she's seeing. I still see goofy ass Kevin going around him doing what he can for people that he loves. But he definitely don't look like no suave type, person who's going to do the deed and then looking good while he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Got a little swag about him. That ain't Kevin. I don't know what she's saying, but okay, as long as she's taking interest in him again, okay, fine, whatever. Then we go to Lauren. Lauren tells Michael that Scotty said he wasn't going to stay in General City. And Michael's trying to reassure her Scotty's just fine. He just going through some things. Damn, the boy just got back no more than 48 hours ago, and you trying to tell him what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and that ain't gonna work. Just fall for a bat, Lauren. That's what he's trying to tell you. That's chill, baby. So then we have Scotty is thanking Victor for everything, but he wants to know why Victor, um, why he really rescued him. And Victor tells him he did it because he's a lover of his journalistic attitude and how he goes in and fight a good fight and tell the story of people who cannot tell the story. And he tells it correctly. And, just pumping the boy up. But we already know, like my sidebar I was telling you about. I think he's going to get Scotty to write his book from his way of doing it. Then we have Nicholas is talking about buying a lake house somewhere. I don't know if it's close to Genoa City. Hell, it might be 2 or 3, 4, 5 states away from Wisconsin, where Genoa City fictitiously resides at. And he's including Chelsea in his long-term plans and this, that, and third. And Chelsea's asking Nicholas what brought him to this decision. You know what I'm saying? And Chelsea looks like she needs to tell Nicholas something. I'm like, yeah, you need to tell Nicholas that just like that baby ain't Sharon's or wasn't Sharon, that baby ain't Nick's either. Okay? It ain't going to change the fact to it either. That's Adam's child. Adam, just like Adam had told him when he was in jail and he really think he was going to get out, that he wanted Nick to go on and take care of his son as it was his. That's what Chelsea should have told him when Nicholas started calling herself getting on Sharon ass. Especially after Adam had died. He should have told him right then. She should have told him right then, hey, you know how what do you call it? Connor's not yours, but you're willing to raise him too. But guess what? Christian's not yours either, baby. You only people you have is Noah, Faith. I think that's it. Yeah, you only have 2 kids, son. That's it. That's all. You just raising the other 2 kids, because you just want to raise them pretty much. And how you feel bad about Sharon, feel that way about me too, so I can get my little, bad times in my hand hit and all that too going on. But she don't. And then she got Victor in her ear here and there saying, don't do it. Don't do it. And so, of course, that's Victor interfering again after Nicholas had told him stay out of it. But now, that's gonna be a hot mess, and it probably drives Nicholas right back to Sharon if Dylan don't come back in the scene real soon. Because I'm tired of the writers. They need to put her with somebody or leave it alone, or go on let Chelsea tell the truth and. Nicholas still want to be with her. Let it be done that way. But I'm getting tired of this story plot and this storyline. Because right, y'all going slow now. Y'all need to pick up the pace because you ain't keeping my attention that much. Okay. Then we go to commercial. We come back. We have Nicholas doesn't understand why Chelsea is apologizing to him. He feels he should be apologizing to her. Nicholas is telling Chelsea for the long run, he sees her with him. And then they embrace and they kiss. I'm like, okay, Chelsea, this is a good time for you to drop that ball and tell him the real truth now. Then we go from there. We have Sharon is trying to explain to Faith that she is fine. She is fine for right now being by herself. She kind of is embracing it. She wants to go back to school. She's going to be the sole owner and proprietor of Crimson Lights, and she likes being a business owner because it definitely is making money. It's not in the red; it's been in the flowing black. So if anything comes up where it starts to go in the red, then we got to blame her because through all of it all, it has definitely been in the black with Dylan running it, with Nicholas running it, Esther running it. So it's been a good thing. So she come up there and mess it up, and she don't need to, she just needs to sit down. She needs to just sit down, y'all. Just sit the hell down, because she has enough money to do whatever she want to do. Go and do that charity with what's her name? God dog it, Nikki, and just call it a day. Okay, just take up some crochet classes or something of that nature. Okay, but she goes on and reassure Faith that she's fine. She don't have anyone at this time, and she's okay with that. But she got to do her right now. Everything needs to be in slow, but still moving. Slow, but life is still going on, and she's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? So then we do that situation. Go to Lauren. Lauren is still freaking out that she don't know where Scott is. Paul comes over to see Scott, and she said, "Well, he ain't him. He done left the house. Ain't told her nothing. Ain't left her no message. Ain't sent her no text, and she's just crazy." Lauren is just really freaking out. Okay. Then we have Victor is telling Scotty he's looking for Ahmed and his family, because that's what really Scotty wanted to ask him about too. And I'm like, you ain't got no money. Your dad, your mama and your stepdad already in $10 million worth of debt for getting you out of wherever you were being held hostage in whatever country. And now you're telling none other than Victor Newman, okay, this guy named Ahmed helped you. His family's in dire need. They might get killed for, helping out a journalist, an American journalist at that. And it's just a mess right now. But he's going to ask Victor to go find Ahmed and bring him to the States so he can be, safe. And, Victor already done thought about that too. Lock, stock, and barrel. He said, I'm looking for him, but I got to be very careful. I got to be very careful now. So I guess this is a 2-for-1 with the 10 million, huh? Anyway, hot mess, hot mess. But Victor goes on telling him he's gonna do whatever he can to help him out in finding him, but it just takes time. And then, wait a minute, Scott talking about he gonna go and find him himself. I'm like, man, you couldn't even get yourself out of trouble. And you talking about you finna go back over there. Victor said, okay, go ahead. But it ain't gonna be on my dime. If you wanna fly back there, I can't tell you. I know you can do great work here in the States, in Genoa City, or any other 50 states you want to, but you can go tracing yourself back over there trying to be the journalist where you have to defend the people and let them have a voice over there where you were just held hostage and didn't know if you were going to live or die, and you wish you weren't in that situation when you were going through it. Okay, you go back, but it's going to be on your dime, brother, not mine. So then he changed his tune. He said, okay, I'll let you handle it. Keep me updated. Then he bounced on out. We go to commercial. We come back. We have Lauren is texting Scotty. Scotty ain't returning no phone calls. And Michael is talking to Paul about everything Lauren has been through. And Lauren is telling Paul also when she stops texting, because she sees Scotty ain't texting her back. Scotty wants to leave again, and he don't understand. And she don't understand why. And Paul says to Lauren, he is sorry that she's going through all she, is going through. But Scott is a world-renowned traveler. He done been here, there, and everywhere. Yes, he's her son, but he's trying to live his life. And he's trying to make his life meaningful. So you can't just, make him feel like he has to be shut down or he has to shut himself down because of this one incident. That's not going to happen, and you need to be realistic. That's your kid, that's your child, but he a grown-ass man. He's going to do what he want to do. Then we have Scotty is having coffee at Crimson Lights with Kevin. And he can go call Kevin and tell Kevin to meet him everywhere, but he can't call his mama back. See, that deserves a slap upside his head whenever you see him, Lauren. But, hey, that's just me. That's real life. But anyway, Kevin meets him for coffee at Crimson Lights. And Scotty is talking about Ahmed and, how he feel bad that he got out, but he didn't. Meaning the guy that helped him and this, that, and third. Scotty is telling Kevin he needs to go back. Kevin said, you must be crazy. You think we did all that hard work? Yeah, I ain't going back. I suggest you don't go back. Oh, you just gonna say goodbye to everybody because Victor's not gonna give you no more money. You don't have no money, really no money to go over there, and it's just what there, bro. You might just forget that, clear that thought out your head like it never happened. Okay, do it like a bad dream. You just forget about it. Okay. Then we have Nicholas comes by to see his dad, and he's talking to his Dad Victor about Faith and Chelsea and how he wants to move on with them. And he said, "Okay, so why are you coming to me? Well, you need my advice, son." Like, no, Victor, don't nobody need your advice. They might need your money. They don't need your advice, okay? Then Nicholas is telling his dad not to interfere at all. And of course, what do Victor do? Maybe 10 or 15 minutes after Nicholas leaves, he goes to see Chelsea and he interferes. But anyway, we go to Chelsea. Chelsea comes home and she forgets to shut the door because she's pretty much thinking about the time she spent with Nicholas and how happy she is and this, that, and third. And what's her name? Chelsea. She walks up behind her and asks her, she's calling to her, but Chelsea's in a daze. She's not hearing anything. She's just in her own memories and stuff. And then she finally comes back to reality. And of course, you didn't even shut the door. I'm just walking right in, right behind you. I could be, a thief in the night. I could just, shoot you, kill you. You're just giving her that scenario. Like, what's going on with you? So she finds her blushing, and of course, she knows it's about Nicholas, and she pretty much tells Chelsea, "You must undid the do." Then we go to commercial, come back. We have Nicholas tells Victor, "Don't do anything to get in the way of him and Chelsea and Faith, okay? Fall all the way back. Don't intervene. Don't interfere. Don't interject in anything." That's what he told his dad. And his dad half-heartedly said, "Okay, son, I won't," knowing he going to do just the opposite. Then we go to Chelsea. Chelsea thinks she's betraying Adam. And Chloe is trying to tell her to relax and embrace the chance to be with Nicholas. Then we go to Sharon. Sharon is still talking with Faith about life, about being a mom, about a business person, about going back to school. Faith says to Sharon, "You're too old to go to school." She said, "Aren't you a little bit too old for that, Mom?" I'm like, "Girl." And then Sharon said, "Honey, school is a lifelong adventure. You can go to school at any age and get something out of it. So no, it's just not for young folks. Seasoned folks can go to school too." So then we go to Sharon is also talking with Kevin. She sees him in Crimson Lights. She goes over to talk with him. I'm like, why is she talking to Kevin? And it never entered my mind that she wanted to ask something about Dylan. I'm like, for you to be this newfound woman, want to hear yourself roar, take on the world by yourself, why are you going back in your past trying to say, I need to talk to Dylan? What you need to talk to Dylan for, girl? So you ain't really true to your form of what you telling your daughter and what you're trying to make yourself believe, and you telling Nicholas. You just a scared little girl who needs a man in her life. And that's what it is. But you're trying to play hardball. Oh, Sharon, I need you to go to Antarctica too and just live. Oh, we didn't know to go to commercial. And then we have excuse me, had to clear my throat. We have Paul, Michael, and Lauren are talking about Kevin and Victor and how they came together and brought Scotty back. Then we have Lauren is still torn about what Scotty is wanting to do. Then we go to Sharon. Sharon wants to know from Kevin, where's Dylan? Have you heard from Dylan? And he's like, girl, calm down. If I did hear from Dylan, I wouldn't tell you. It's all about keeping Dylan safe. He has to be incognito. You want it? And all this, that, and the third. So we leave that situation. We go to Scott. Scotty tells Kevin his job in London. They fired him. He's a liability because he was rescued from a millionaire type of, man, and he's become a liability because if they know they can sit here and, be close to Victor Newman, anybody can get kidnapped, and Victor Newman gonna come pay the way to get him home. So now, we can't have you working for us no more. So he don't have a job. He can't do his journalistic writing anymore, not at this time, unless he do it for himself. He freelance or whatever. But he just feel like his life has ended since his editor from the paper that he was writing for just pretty much let him go. Okay, then Scotty finally comes home to see his family, well, Lauren, and he finds Paul, Lauren, and Michael there waiting for him. He tells them he got fired from his job. The editor called him, told him he was a liability, so he don't have no money. He just don't have nothing to do with his life no more. So he feels kind of like ousted from society right now. So he asked his mom if he could stay with her a little while longer than what he had anticipated, so he can get some things going or understand some things. And she's like, sure, 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 sure. Yes, baby boy. That's what I wanted all the time. You know, treating him like a little 15-year-old. And he said, I just gotta go take a bath. I gotta take a shower. I'm like, you didn't take a shower before you left there this morning? You went out stinking, is what you trying to tell me? Anyway. Then Lauren is too much. She goes in after, Scott leaves her present. She goes in to my she got to complain some more. And I'm like, damn, Lauren, I'm sick of you complaining. You complain because he was over there, he in hell hostage. You got him home. Now you complaining because he told you he wasn't going to stay in Gentleman City. He wanted to go somewhere else. Now you complaining that you don't hurt his feelings, and now he's feeling sorry for himself. I'm like, I need you to go too, Lauren. You need to go to Antarctica too. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you, Lauren, and all your complaining. Shouldn't you be worried about what Phil Morris is doing on this new app you got going on? You done launched. Anyway, going to the last, well, not last fight scene, but we go to Kevin and Chloe. They're talking about his last assignment. They're both in the car together. I think that is. Yeah, both in the car together. And Chloe is attracted more and more to Kevin, like he's this double agent, this 007 spy. It's just turning her on. So pretty much she attacks Kevin, and I guess they have a little brief sexcapade in the car. And it looks like it's a smart, eco-friendly car. So I'm like, I don't know about that. It could be uncomfortable, but for self sex positions, you want to feel the penetration. So I guess it could be okay. Cramped quarters mean some good sex. All right. Anyway, moving from there. That was just my sidebar, guys. Sharon is telling Nick that she had a talk with Faith, and she feels like Superwoman right now. And Faith is really proud of her mom. I'm like, honey, your mom's not Superwoman. She just lying to both of y'all. She finna crack and fall down on the floor. Somebody gonna have to pick her up and put her back in the same asylum for a little rest. But anyway, we move from that situation. We go to the last and final scene. We have Victor comes to tell Chelsea. He visits Chelsea at her home. So do not tell Nicholas that Christian is not his son. That will be both bad for you and for Nicholas. He don't need to know that Christian is really Adam's son. Okay? He's telling Chelsea it will ruin him and it will ruin their relationship, meaning Nick and Chelsea's relationship. So again, Chelsea thinking about herself, her self-preservation. She don't want to be alone. I guess then she'll go back to thinking about Adam and how alone she is and how alone he left her and all this crap. So she's the last and final scene has her looking out of her apartment window at I guess the people on the outside coming and going, the cars going down the street, and she's just pretty much thinking about what she should do. The best thing is for her to do is to tell Nicholas because she's way behind schedule on that one, especially when he done got his heart into her, thinking she's this, really nice person, truthful person, this, that, and the third. But quite frankly, she's just like Sharon. And Sharon is much prettier than Chelsea. So it is what it is. But that was my take, my review on Young and the Restless that aired for Friday, March 10th. Hope y'all continue to be pleased with my channel and come back for definitely more recaps and reviews of the soap operas. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel at this time, please do so at Deb Chanel's 48th World. Okay? Definitely continue to like and share my videos. And y'all have a beautiful Saturday. And I will talk with you all, God willing, on Monday for more recaps and reviews of the soap ops. Thank you. Bye-bye.